Yeah, I found another spot out in the bush. We're a little ways in the bush, about a kilometer or so off the beaten path where I'm parked. But it's such a nice little spot out here. Thought I'd come and pop a tent and make it into a permanent camp spot for myself. I think I mentioned in the last video that I'm going to try and find have a dozen to a dozen spots around where I can easily pack to and set up a tent for the night. Something I can do at any time of year and get well established in my route for tenting and stuff. So basically where we're at is I got the tent set up. I'm going to do some cleaning up around the area with sticks and stuff, and that'll be part of my wood collecting for tonight. Set up the rest of the camp, set up the fire stove, and set up my bed, and then we'll get cooking supper here. So tonight for supper, rouladen and ciabatta buns. I took the time before I came out and prepared some rouladen. And how I prepared that is I picked up some rouladen from the store. I seasoned it with seasoning salt and pepper, and Dijon mustard, regular mustard, and then I chopped up some bacon into little bacon bit type size, and rolled a pickle in with it. So I've had these before. They're pretty good, pretty tasty. I haven't had them out camping like this. I don't have any MREs to try out, so I figured this would be a good alternative. Nice homemade cooked meal. It looks like it's starting to cloud over, so I suspect the weatherman was right when they said we're getting snow tonight. Earlier when I got here it was like super bright and sunny, but it's getting pretty dark to the north of us here, and the wind's holding steady, so I suspect something will be coming in here in the next few hours. Yeah, we'll get supper all cooked up and done and eaten, and then we'll batten down the hatches and see what kind of snow we get. And if we get enough snow, then maybe I can have a campfire. It is still pretty dry out, so no campfire tonight. Just gonna rely on the wood heater, the wood stove, for the heat source and cooking. Sure is nice having that campfire though for some ambiance, especially as it gets darker with the twilight in the middle of the bush and start getting dark. It gets really eerie, and having that campfire is just an extra sense of security. Don't have that tonight. I got a light. All right. Oh. This is so delicious. I'm thoroughly impressed. I do miss having my chair and my little table though. Flavor's just awesome. The two mustards with the seasoned salt and pepper, bacon and pickle, outstanding. An excellent dinner. Okay, I am in for the night. Wind's starting to pick up a bit. I did some looking around the area. It doesn't look like there's any danger trees that can land on me from wind, which is good. One of the things I'd like to check out before I set up camp. I did see a few snowflakes coming down, so the snow is coming. So I'm gonna hunker down for the rest of the night. It's yeah, we only got 20 minutes, 30 minutes left of light anyway. I don't have a campfire going outside, so come inside and enjoy the heat from the wood stove. I got plenty of wood here for the night, and I got a really good movie I'm going to watch here for the next 3 hours, so that'll put me around 11 o'clock. We should be well in the snowstorm by then, if it happens. So I think it will. The weather's changed too much here in the past few hours to not. So with that said, I'll say good night, and we'll see you in the morning. Had a great night on the hot tent here. Just doing up some water here. Boil up some water for some coffee. Then I'll have to start breaking down camp here shortly. Yeah, it was a really good night though. Windy and snowy. I could hear the snow hitting the tent last night. Didn't look like we got as much as the weatherman said we were going to get. Made it sound like we are going to get 2 or 3 inches anyway. We got a skiff. Kind of been par for the course for this winter. But like typical March in this area, winter's still trying to hold on. I suspect here in a couple weeks we're going to be into full-blown spring. Be nice when this ground starts to thaw. So yeah, the tent did very well last night. I'm pretty impressed. Got some boiling going on here. Nope. Yeah, the tent did very well. I'm pretty impressed with it. Held the heat not bad. Well, it's just a plastic sheet, right? So as long as you kept the stove stocked, it stays warm. But I let it go out about halfway through the night. Just couldn't be bothered to get up and feed it. It was nice and warm in my sleeping bag anyway, so I just snuggled in for the night and waited till the morning to get the fire started again. I had everything I needed in the tent anyway to get started, and having this nice open vestibule area, was lots of room to work and move around in. There's no problem getting the fire going again. Anyway, just waiting for the water to boil here and get some coffee on the go. About the only thing that makes this better right now is a campfire and a chair. Yeah, it got pretty warm in that tent with that wood stove going, so I had to creep out of the tent and have my coffee outside. It is a lovely day out today. Got light snow falling. The wind has tamed down quite a bit compared to what it was last night. Just little bursts here and there for now. Yeah, great day to be in the bush. Well, another successful trip. Camp's all cleaned up and ready to go for next time. I think once the weather warms up and the ground thaws out a bit, I'll come back and clean up all the deadfall stuck to the ground. Tried picking some up while I was setting up camp, but they're too frozen. I'd like to come back and set this place up properly for a permanent spot. So I'll do that in the spring, later on in the spring when it's warmed up and not snowing anymore. But overall, good night out in the bush, hot tenting. It looks like it's really starting to come down now. I think this is the storm they were expecting last night. It must have been delayed. Anyway, with that said, camp's all broke up, full of coffee, and it's time to head out. So if you made it with me this far, I thank you, and I'll talk to you later.